Well, Paul, I think you must be delighted with that. It was a terrific performance, we thought.
Yeah, I thought the team answered a few question marks that have been maybe put against them, especially after the Whitehawk game. I felt perhaps we didn't quite get the praise we deserved after the Wealdstone game, because I saw that perhaps differently to some of the supporters. I thought we played well at a tough place to go, and that 45 minutes in the first half encapsulated the whole season for me. And we just said to them at half time, nothing more can go wrong. Let's just give it let's keep going, just give it a go. And tremendous credit to those players. 2 games in 48 hours probably contributed to the injuries as well. Jack Evans has also torn his thigh muscle, so that was actually 3. We only found that out just a second ago. But can't take away from a proper non-league game. I thought we deserved it. I thought the crowd lifted us. Great support from the main stand, great support from behind the goal. I think the referee contributed to the crowd getting behind us. And it just goes to show, I think if the crowd can lift us and keep lifting us, it makes this a much more difficult place to come. So big thank you to the supporters today, because I thought they were our 12th man today.
Charlie Clough started the game up front. Was that something you've been thinking about for a while?
No, I went to bed last night, couldn't sleep, went downstairs, decided about 3 o'clock this morning that Cloughie would play up front. And I texted Ian Baird, who rang me at 8 o'clock this morning. Unfortunately he's got sickness and diarrhoea, who strongly advised me not to do it. And spoke to Mickey Stevens as Steve Beck, who looked at me a bit blankly. So it was one of those. I gave a couple of the lads in the bar a little taster beforehand, saying that I was going to do something off the wall today, and I felt it worked an absolute treat.
Yeah, I was going to say fully.
It would work a treat if it scored 5, because that's the only he could have scored. But the finish was fantastic, wasn't it? And his closing down, his winnings of the ball, and delighted, of course, for Billy Medlock to get his first league goal for the club.
Looked as though it helped Billy to have somebody like that.
That's really why I put him up there, to help Whitey or Billy, because I felt we weren't retaining the ball well enough up front. We haven't got the money to bring in another striker. I keep hearing about this, I should bring someone else in, but we haven't got any money. We haven't had a home game in 6 weeks. So, be realistic as to where we're at. I won't, as I said, always said this, I won't spend what we haven't got. We haven't got it. So we are, what I will do is stick with the players we've got, because I know, given a bit more luck, the 8 or 9 that are already here for next year are a good team. I accept we're 1 or 2 players short, I do accept that, but there's not a lot I can do about it, which is why you'll see more reserve players coming in than any more signings.
And when you lost a centre-back after 15 minutes, having put your first choice centre-back up as centre-forward, that rather sort of sums it up, doesn't it? Was it tempting to put Charlie back?
There's 2 things you can do. You can either revert back to type, which has not seen us do a lot in the last 8 or 10 weeks, where you be brave and you leave Cloughie up there. Harry Osborne's a right back stroke right centre half for Charlton, so he's played that role. And I thought Jack Evans again showed, he's not the fans' favourite yet, but for someone who's had to come in and out of the team, never sure if he's playing or not, and for someone who earns what he earns at this football club, he's a top lad and a good player. And I thought he had a really good game today.
What was Jamie White fairly obviously looked like a hamstring? What was Kevin?
Yeah, it's a bad one as well. It looks like he's torn it. It's not a pull, it's a tear. Felt like he'd been shot. Yeah. Is what the expression he said to me. So I don't know. That could be 6 to 8 weeks. He'll be off for a scan on Monday. And like I said, at the end of the day, we've now got Jersons, Gavants and Brandon Johnsons, and everyone would like to see the reserves get chances, and they will over this next 6 weeks if the injuries keep coming.
What was the problem with Kevin?
Kevin's calf. Yeah, Kevin's calf went, which is the other calf that went a month ago. So, yeah, Kevin's going to be out for probably 3 or 4 weeks. I think Jamie's out for probably 6. Lewis John's getting close, and Binsley's probably the end of January to come back. So, yeah, well, listen, we are where we are. It's no good news. No, but I'm just chuffed we won a football match.
As you say, two substitutions and 2 off the line, 1 great save, penalty appeal, two virtually open goals.
Well, after catching it, after they actually caught it, and then we don't get it, then you do begin to wonder where it's all gone. I think we had 3 cleared off the line in the space of 3 minutes, didn't we?
Cloughie had a couple that he should have.
And then Cloughie's missed one from 2 yards out, and then he's missed a header from 5 yards out. And you start thinking maybe, it's not going to work out. But what a great response.
Yeah.
We kept going, really chuffed for Bill, chuffed for Cloughie. I thought Wishart had his best game as well. And at the moment, we might change it Saturday, because Wealdstone has seen us play in that system. So the likelihood is we haven't got enough players to play that system. So there might be a change. Shaquille is very much in our minds all the time. It's just that we had to do something to change the form or change the way we were playing. So food for thought over the next sort of, 3 days. Isn't it?
4 days.
Yeah, 4 days, and then we've got a game Sunday. So, you know, like I said, it's all hands to the pump at the minute. But I can't emphasise enough the support today. I thought the support was the best it's been here for weeks and weeks, and that was because of the referee. So I'd like to thank the ref this week for doing such a good job in getting us back into this game with the support. Because as I said, away from home they've been magnificent, but at home, and I understand that we've not been at our best, but we have got to stick in together. You know, it's 4 months to go. We might as well stick in there together because we'll all be here next year, and we'll be here the year after, I expect. So, you know, from that point of view, everyone's trying their best, and that's all I can ever. I know it doesn't look like it at times, but if people knew the real ins and outs of this season, then they'd understand a tad more. But today, the 45. If anyone wants to, look at our season, watch that first 45, and that's us. That's been our season.
Yeah. And just on the goalkeeping front, gather Alan Julian ill as well today.
Yeah, Alan rang up this morning, same as Ian Baird. He had sickness and diarrhoea. So Tom's come back in. It's a bit like a yo-yo situation with the keepers at the minute, and I understand that as well. But Lovelock's in for the next game. He's got to play well, and he'll stay in for the next game. So it is what it is at the moment. But I thought he did okay, Tom. There's a couple of punches that could have gone further, that they almost scored from. But he's a great shot stopper, and he's a good footballer. And we do benefit from his kicking.
Terrific catch under pressure in the last minute.
Yeah, and to be fair to him, as I said, he's had to take a few knocks from me this season. I don't think either have massively convinced at times. And he's shown a strength of character today to get a phone call from me at 11:30 and come in and play, I think, as well as he did.